Inequality isn't always bad. Yes, I said that. Let me show you why. Imagine two employees in Microsoft with two different salaries. One earns $1,500 and the other $10,000. Is this a systematic bug in the company or just how it works depending on job position? Is this inequality bad or kind of functional? Depending on who you ask, inequality is the engine of progress or the root of everything falling apart. Some people say it drives innovation. Some others say it destroys opportunity and locks out entire generations from a fair future. So today we're going to put both ideas on the table, and then in the end, you decide. If you want more deep dives into class, redistribution, and power, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Humanec channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's next. Some sociologists argue that to understand inequality, we must look deeper than just simply rich versus poor. They show that our social world is shaped by class locations, where people sit in society. Knowledge is also another part of this game. The dominant groups don't just own resources. They can influence and define what's fair and deserved. So when we talk about inequality, we don't just talk about income gaps. We talk about where people sit in the society and who gets the chance to define the rules of the game. But let's get back to our main question and see if inequality is bad or what. Let's start with the upside of inequality. Some differences in wealth and income can act like a spark. It gives people a reason to take risks, work harder, and innovate because there is a reward waiting. In other words, inequality isn't completely cancelled, and that mobility can give a signal for a dynamic society. Think of a startup that creates huge wealth. A new technology can transform lives. A person that can turn a small venture into a giant company. These are examples of good inequality. Difference serving as motivation. Massive global brands have started in small garages or spare rooms. Some companies like Disney, Apple, or Amazon. They showcase that innovation can turn small ventures into tech giants. Let's put all discussions we have about billionaires aside and confess that these businesses prove that standard structures can lead to success. So, if everyone had the exact same income and exact same condition, would there be any incentive left? Or would we have a dynamic society? This is why some people argue that inequality isn't always bad. Now let's flip it, the dark side of inequality. When inequality becomes too extreme, it holds the power in the hands of a few, while the rest of the people don't get enough chances. Instead of rising, people get stuck. Some sociologists argue that it's not just about money. The dominant groups who have the power can shape our culture and define what is fair and what is normal. Think about healthcare, education, or political voice. The bigger the gap is, the more these things depend on power rather than effort. When people feel the game is rigged, it shakes the foundations. So remember, the inequality itself isn't the problem. The unfair, locked-in inequality is, where the rich people are just untouchable. That's why the system might break. In other words, if the system allows mobility and fairness, then maybe inequality doesn't seem so bad for society. Now let's move into the gray zone, where things aren't completely good or bad, but they are a mix. Just like everything else, inequality isn't just white or black. There is a gray zone, the middle zone. Not all inequality is the same. Some of it is fair, some of it is unfair. Sociologists say we need two ideas to understand this: where you start in the society and what you can do for your future. Let's say it like this: we have healthy and unhealthy inequality. Healthy inequality is when people can fairly move up and the rewards are clear. Unhealthy inequality is where your place is decided before you start. Maybe the ladder is broken, or maybe there's no ladder at all. So here's the question for you. What type of inequality does your society have? What kind of ladder are you climbing? Comment below and tell us about it. Inequality can provide innovation and structure, but when it becomes unfair, it crushes the ladder and weakens the society. So maybe the real issue isn't inequality itself, but blocked mobility and unfair advantages. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Human Ec channel for more contents like this. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye for now.